Welcome to Life with Niki podcast, and I'm welcome back for a new episode. I told you when we came back we're going to have a guest, and to kick off the year, I have this gentleman. It was a pleasant surprise, actually. This was not planned, but it worked out, and I love when things work out because y'all need to know about this gentleman, okay? He doesn't live here anymore, but I wanted to highlight people from my great city who are doing great things that you may not get to hear in any other capacity or any other channel. So definitely thank you for tuning in once again to a new episode and checking me out. I have a special guest here, and this gentleman, he owns a business, tie making business, and I actually got to patronize and support for Father's Day one year. I was doing a special event. Wanted to make the men feel special because my father and grandfather are no longer here. And there are a lot of great black men who are father figures, uncles and mentors. And so I patronized and bought one of his ties to raffle off to a lucky father that night. And definitely they loved it. They enjoyed it. And so I want you guys to meet this gentleman. His name is Dion.
Yeah.
Welcome. And the name of his business is Ties By Dion, which you're going to see the logo come on the screen. So definitely make sure you check him out. He's everywhere. You're going to hear more about him, why he started the business, how long he's been in business. We're going to have a great conversation today, and we're going to throw a topic in there too, because why he's here. We're going to chop it up. So this episode may go a little longer than usual, but it's going to be a great time.
Absolutely.
So welcome, Dion. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. I believe in the mantra of if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yes.
And the thing of it is that me coming here on Christmas Eve, I was just like, I don't know, should I just get out the house? Because, traveling that long way from Alabama, I drove. It's like, should I just stay home? But something was like, just get up and go. And I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to see you again.
Yeah.
We always try and connect at least once a year.
Yeah.
But it's just always a blessing. And thank you so much for supporting me at that time when you did the raffle for our fathers and grandfathers as well, too. So I'm just grateful that you are showcasing people that do come from Gary and surrounding areas, because we do need to be platformed. People need to understand what we do. So just thank you for that opportunity. Like I said, my name is Dion Campbell. I'm the owner and proprietor and tailor for a business called Ties By Dion. We have been in business, been sewing for about 18 years professionally.
Okay.
And me coming into sewing was pretty much not a fluke, but it was something that I did not plan to do.
Okay.
It's two areas where I actually knew that I was destined to kind of do this. Mm-hmm. And I found out that I had the ability to sew at 8 years old, either 8 or 10 years old. Me and my mom, we were doing a project. Mm-hmm. I was a hyperactive child. So she said, I'm going to fix that. We took an old pair of curtains, and each day after school, we were hand stitching that, and we made a dress. Oh, wow. And we did that for 2 weeks. And I'm a firm believer that God will introduce you to what you're about to do prior to you falling fully into your gift.
Yes.
And that right there, 20 years later, that was when I had to go to a job interview, and I had to make my own tie. Because I said, I'm not about to spend $50 or $55. I said, I can make it myself.
Okay.
And once I made the tie, they were like, did you make that? I said, yeah, sure. And, I did get the job because I was working at Theo Bowman Leadership Academy.
Okay.
I was working as a media assistant there. And people were asking, where did you get that from? Where did you get it? So from there, I just said, you know what, Lord, if you want me to do this, just stay on me.
Okay.
And since then, I have had people that have spoken over my life and said, hey, this is what you're going to do. A lady by the name of Lisa Garrett, she's gone on into glory, but she did speak life over my business.
Okay.
And from there, I've been able to do a few fashion shows and send stuff off to different countries. And I've been just totally blessed by doing this.
Yeah, it says in the Bible already, your gifts will make room for you.
They will. And they will.
It's
one thing when you hear that scripture all down through the years, but when you're actually living in it,
yes,
it's just such a blessing.
Yes, and people don't get that. I think a lot of people would be more happy in life if they really understood that.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I got to quit my job today, or no, you can absolutely love what you do and still do what you're doing on the side because it's a relief.
Yes.
You know, like everybody here has something to add to the world.
Yeah.
Nobody is sitting here purposeless. You know what I'm saying? But you got to find it.
You do.
And I think a lot of people waste their time not finding it, and then they end up not happy. So I love that you found your calling, because you do a great job, by the way. Like,
thank you.
The gentleman that won that tie, it was a guy that was on my insurance team at that time. I was still, and he was a white guy. He was like, he was loving it. He loved that tie. He loved that set. He was so excited he won.
I'm excited.
He was not. His wife was like, "Oh, okay." But he was so excited. His name was Jason. He's a sweet guy, really sweet guy. And I was like, I'm glad he won, because he was just so excited. Because some people are not fashionable, and sometimes they need that push in the right direction, because he was in a suit wearer or tie. I've known him. He dressed in a typical polo and khakis, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that gave him a reason to, like, put it on, I
like how you said that, because most of the clients that I've worked with, a lot of them, and it's 50-50. Some people have an approach to style and fashion, but my whole slogan has been creating an experience.
Yes.
We create an experience for our clients. If you think about houses of couture and things of that nature, you have to have an appointment, you have to have X amount of dollars. But the one thing that I've always wanted to have was to be able to give the experience of luxury for men of color, and pretty much for everybody as well. Because, I believe in total inclusiveness.
Yes.
But I think that for us, when we put on a suit, we feel different.
We do.
We act differently. Our gestures change. And I've always wanted to be able to have that feeling, because my father, he's going on to glory. Even you talked about how your father, your grandfather have passed on. To be able to have your father tie a tie for you, and you be able to see things. I believe that my items are generational based. Okay. So you can pass it down from one generation to another. Yeah. That is a big, gratifying feeling to see, and to be able to teach that as well. So I just think that to hear that story of Jason feeling inspired, like, wow, I got this custom item for myself. That's why I do it. Yeah.
Because, a lot of people are sometimes scared to take risks, or they don't know what they're doing when they go inside of a store. And if you really go to the average department store, like I went to go buy something for my grandfather one year. I wanted to buy him some new suits. Yeah. Because he was still trying to wear stuff from the 70s. And I was like, you're not about to be out here like Sherman Hemsley, sir. Like, really? No, we gonna put it on. We were just talking about that reference. we got to put it on, sir. And I love seeing a man in a suit, you know what I'm saying? But he was a deacon, and he was a man who sacrificed a lot. Like, for me, he raised me, him and my grandmother. Yeah. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to treat you for your birthday. Ooh. And I went, this one, JCPenney's, remember they had the suit department at JCPenney's in Mall. Yeah. And they had 2 for $100. Ooh, yeah. But I didn't realize I did not know men's sizes. I thought y'all clothes were like size like and I realized when I got there, it was like, oh, what are these numbers? It was neck.
Yeah, with the neckline.
Yes. And so I literally had to call my grandmother and be like,
what's going on?
What's going on? Like, how do you buy daddy's stuff? And she like, oh, his neck thing is this. Yeah. Because my dad loved fashion. My uncle loves fashion. The men in my family love to dress.
And I see, because it comes through you and it resonates as well too. So
yeah, they love to dress. I love fashion. So I love seeing men in suits. I love seeing black men in suits, especially because I just see the confidence that comes from. When I gave my grandfather those suits, I gave him a blue one and a black one because he served on the usher board and for deacon, and he usually has to have like colors like that.
The standard,
yeah, the standard. And so I wanted to get him something to make him feel special. And he will wear those suits to death because it came from me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the daddy's girl. So okay. But I ain't gonna lead you in the wrong direction. I love dressing my family. Like even my grandmother, I would buy her stuff too. Really? Yeah. If I bought her this really pretty pink suit, it's like a satin, and it looked like the design was another pink. And like, I just like that. So that's why I love what you were doing.
Now,
like,
let me ask you something. When you bought your grandmother her suit, did you go ahead and buy him the matching accessories?
No, I didn't. They don't like matching. They have different styles.
Okay,
so,
okay.
But that's my thing. I love buying people clothes, like, and they put it on, and she still has it on the back of her door.
Really?
She doesn't wear it like that. Like, it's, you know, she keep it in good condition. But I just love seeing men in suits. And I remember you saying when I bought the tie set from you, you were like, I want to give black men an experience.
Yes.
Because you were saying it was a gentleman, you did his wedding, and you handed him his box. And he was like, man, like taken back.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, that's an experience that everybody doesn't get.
Yeah.
When they go into a department store, you're not getting, you're not getting that one-on-one and feeling special, and people like feeling special and exclusive.
They do.
And that's what you're offering.
I'm grateful I can do it. I mean, I'm grateful that, and you know, I always go off into, because I'm a man of faith, I always go off into just, you know, giving all honor to God in this, because just the fact that it was poured into me, that I got vision of being able to see this box. And I'm like, wow. So I learned how to do glass etching.
Okay.
And with the wooden box, I actually make that. And then we do glass etching with their initials.
Yes.
I've always wanted it to be customized, because when you do a bridal fitting, or when the bride, she goes to get her gown, there's champagne being served. There is the closest family, and they're like, this is the dress. But oftentimes we are forgotten. We don't get that moment.
Yeah, the men don't do,
And you know, the thing of it is that once you start to give them that level of treatment, it's like, oh, I am in kingship. I am a kingdom builder. This is my place where I need to be at. And it does unlock a secret code of like, okay, I do belong here.
Okay.
And I have been favored to get a wife.
Yes.
So a part of this favoring is for you to get this box, even though some people may just think that, wow, it's just over the top. I don't care. Because I'm a firm believer in that. I want to give you the best offering that you can have in this moment. Yeah.
And this is your one moment.
Yeah. This is your one moment, and you deserve that. Yeah. So I just feel that this was something, an area, and some people say it was very niche. I didn't look at it from that perspective. I'm a firm believer in what Susie Orman said many years ago: people first, then money.
The money is going to be a byproduct of how you treat people.
Absolutely. Wow.
You get everybody. Look, you help people get what they want. Yeah. You'll get what you want.
Absolutely.
It's inevitable.
Absolutely.
So good customer service, giving those extras, like you said, the etching and all that. Now they're going to be your business card. You won't need, at some point, you're not going to need a business card because so many people are going to be talking and saying, hey, did you go to Dion? Yeah. Hey, did you go to, how many referrals did I send you of men? I'm like, hey, y'all need to talk to him and get a custom tie. Yeah. You know, because most men don't get to experience that. They don't. There's nobody I know besides you that's doing that. To be honest, that's how you know it's your lane.
I'm grateful. So I'm so grateful for that.
So what's your best, like, what was your best customer, like when a story that like stays on you that you knew this is it, I should really
keep doing it? Mm-hmm. It was a wedding for a client by the name of Chloe and Lerone Wiley. Okay. They're originally from Mobile, Alabama, but they got married over in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And I've known Chloe for years prior to her getting married. She was like, hey, you're the first person I thought of. And I was like, okay, this is game time. But as I was doing their wedding, I just said, I just don't want to do the same old presentation. Let's do it. And I just felt like Neo in the Matrix, where it was just like Holy Spirit downloaded instantly. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to create. I just started sketching out the glass box. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it this way. At the time, I couldn't do etching. So I commissioned somebody that I knew to do it. He did it. And when it came down to the neckwear, the groom actually wore two ties. He wore a tie for the reception, and he also wore one for the actual wedding ceremony. Okay. But with him, I created his fabric in the sense of I embroidered it first with floral arrangements. And at that moment, once it was over, I was almost in tears because I said, did I make this? And it's almost as if when you see a singer and they zone out, and it's like the most beautiful piece of music. And then when it's over, they come back to themselves, and it's like
an out of body experience.
Yeah. And at that time, I said, "Thank you, Jesus." This was at that moment I knew I was in my lane. There have been times when I felt as if like, oh man, I feel like people are trying to do this and they're trying to replicate my work. But a good friend of mine by the name of Sean told me, he said, "Dion," because I said, "I'm worried about this person, this competition." He said, "Dion, when you're operating in purpose, there is no competition."
Say it again.
And that stuck with me till this day. But getting back to what I was saying, that was Chloe and Lerone. That was like the best wedding. That was the first time that I knew that I could really tap into the luxury market.
Okay.
And from there, I've been able to do from Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marshawn Scott. I've been able to make items for him. I've been able to make items for the ambassador of Ireland. That was a commission that I got in 2017. A store by the name of Moss and Hoffman had saw my work. Okay. And they were like, "Hey, we want you to do this." And I was like, "Me?" And they were like, "Yeah, you." So that's what let me know that when you're onto something and you know that it's your lane, how you spoke it, they'll come seek you. And I was selling my ties out of a suitcase at the barbershop, Bill Cole's barbershop.
Okay.
Billy was one of my first clients because I had to make him an ascot for a hair show. And Carl that works up there, I made him a longer tie because he said, "Look, I want a fat double Windsor knot." I said, "Okay, say less." So, just having that skill and that acumen, I'm a firm believer that before you get launched out, you have to be prepared. My biggest prayer was, "Lord, prepare me for the blessing."
Yes.
So once I'm there, I know how to operate in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much. I know I just loaded that question, but sorry about that.
No, but that's the way it should feel. When you talk about something, you really love something.
Yeah.
When it brings you joy, you can smile about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you know you're working where you're supposed to be working. Because the best thing is when you give a client the finished product, you did your best work when you geeked about it. Yeah. So you know that they're going to be excited too. Yeah. And you be like, "I'm going to look at this again. I done did videos. I'm like, they going to love this." Yeah. And send it to them. They like, "Man, so when you've done your best work.
Yeah. You still get jitters though.
You do. You get nervous because you get particular. Yeah. Because it's, still your calling card too. Yeah. And you want to put your best foot forward so people keep coming back as well.
Absolutely.
Because ties aren't just, wedding accessories. People go to church, people go to conventions. Yeah. There's all kinds of avenues to go with that.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
And, we grew up in the church circuit.
Yeah.
And having that, it's all about, some people are like, "I want a black tie, but make it a little bit more unique." So with me, I'm like, okay, let's get a shadow black tie, but let's make sure it has a little bit of paisley notes in it. Yeah. With me, you're not going to get an ordinary tie. Now, if you want me to make you just a standard black or blue tie, I'll do it. But everything I do, even down to the pocket folds, it'll be a black experience on this side. Right. But that side, we're going to give it a little bit of razzle dazzle. That part. Something to bring your eye to the attention. Yeah. And that's come from working with, women. Yeah. Having a strong lead in my life. My father, of course, I grew up in a 2-parent household, but you always have to have a woman's touch when it comes to fashion. Oh yeah. We love, because I think a lot of men underestimate the power of a suit. They do. Because when you go out, did you notice when you put on a suit, how do people approach you? Like tell the young men, because I think a lot of the younger generation doesn't get that. And I've even came across grown men who do not like suits. Yeah. And they're like, "I don't like suits. I feel restricted." I'm like, do you understand clothes make a statement? They do. And what they say about you is a presentation of yourself and how you feel about yourself. Yeah. And I'm like, I remember us growing up, our generation loved putting it on. They did. It don't matter. We ain't going to be extra. Yeah. We could be going to a club, anything, but now people don't. I love the 40s to 30s because of the way they used to put it on. Yeah. People took pride in themselves. So can you tell young men, what would you tell a young man about the suit and how it makes you feel and how people approach you when you're wearing a suit? It's one of those things that, and I like how you explained it. the 40s and the 50s, we had to dress up historically. Because, you know, if we went downtown, we had to dress very well doing it. And there is a lot of historical reasons as to why when people say, my hair's not done, I got to go downtown. We were viewed differently then because blacks, people of color, we were viewed as less than.
Yes.
So we had to always dress up to be given at least a foot in the door.
Yes.
And if you look at standards now, it's more relaxed where we can work from home. We have survived pretty much a global pandemic. And that right there has actually stopped the reason why many people dress. But getting back to the importance of wearing a suit, what it does as far as the confidence level, I have seen it in real time when you put on a jacket or just you button up somebody's shirt, the instant feeling of tailoring. This was made exactly for me. That right there, it elevates them into, okay, I am made for this moment. This is who I am. So the confidence right there is boosted instantly. Now, with that being said, everything that we've been working on as far as, you know, our dress, our speak, how we show up in the room, how we introduce ourselves, the suit is the final phase in that.
It is.
So if anything, that's one of those areas where I would rather them experience it because I can tell them all day, but once they put it on for themselves, that's when they really feel it. Another thing too, that I do like that certain leadership academies, as well as charter schools, even public schools, they are going towards the implementation of always wearing a necktie to school.
Yes.
That conditions them. We saw it on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right, we did.
But there are different academies that people can go to where their mode of dress is always going to be a shirt and tie. It's a standard.
Yeah.
Once that is created, then it's like, okay, this is what is expected of me. And it's a preparation for the corporate world. Even though we are working from home, there's a big resurgence of going back to the office.
It is.
So we have to be prepared for that. Even the respect factor. When you walk into a mall, when you walk into a store, you're like, wow, oh my. And once you hear that as a man of color, it's like, I'm on to something. Maybe I can go ahead and get my hair cut every couple of weeks. Maybe I can just take extra time on grooming. I think we need to be given the opportunity to be able to do those things. Something has gotten lost in transition.
It has.
And I think that we are here to bring it back.
Yes, because if now a resurgence, even I've been seeing online where more younger guys are starting to get into dressing up more. And because when you look good, you feel good.
You do.
When you look at yourself in the mirror after putting yourself together and the time you took, that says a lot about how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, like the flash mobs.
Yeah. Like you feel good when you put on a suit. Like like you said, your confidence goes up. Even as a woman, when you put on a dress, you turn into a lady. You're a little more like, okay, you know, and I'm not talking about a club dress. I'm talking about, you know, a nice dress.
What's it, the long one?
Yeah, the long one.
Even the long one.
The long one here, past the knees. You know, you feel like a lady. You gotta fix how you sit. You see how the legs to the, you know, you gotta do like that. So the clothes make a difference. You know, the tab makes a difference.
It does. And
it starts becoming your habit, actually. Because you're like, you know what? Because I think sometimes we have in our head that we need a reason to dress up.
And you don't need a reason.
You don't need a reason. If you feel like, you know what? I want to put it on today. Do it. Why not?
And it's viral. People keep thinking about viral moments. If you dressed up, if I took, case in point, going to, I visited Spelman and Clark and Morehouse. We all went down. We took a road trip during our spring break. And I think we got there like on a random Tuesday, or they have a specific day where everybody has to dress up.
Okay.
And seeing that, I was like, what's going on? They said, it's mandatory dress up day.
I love it.
And seeing the creativity that comes with it, because my mode of dress may be totally different from Ron's mode of dress. But I like it when somebody is given a color and they'll tell us, I need you all to wear the color blue. Blue to me, babe, may be this.
Yes.
Blue to him may be a lighter blue.
Yeah.
I love it because the fact that we work interdependently together. We're all given one color, but it's our own take on it. And that's fashion right there.
It is.
And I think that once we experience that, then that's a beautiful feeling. And also getting back to why kids don't dress up, there has been a rise of, this is just my opinion, where we see individuals and they're like, oh, he in a suit, he think he better than that. And it's like a us versus them.
Yeah.
That is not the case.
No.
That is not the case at all. So I want, that's another thing. I want to debunk what people feel about that. That's why in many of my times when I'm actually doing deliveries, I don't dress down intentionally, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to show you how we get ready together.
Yeah.
And then as in the getting ready together portion, it's like, oh, wow, the transformation process of it. And that right there, it's almost like prom season.
Yeah.
When we see our favorite, and I don't even like to use that verbiage because it's so old and dated, but you may see the tom girl, the tomboy. Yeah. And it's like, wow.
The transformation.
Yeah. And it's even with the same guy, you may see him, you know, he got the poo shots. Yeah. And it's like, wow.
They put it on.
Yeah.
And they feel, and they like a different person. Yeah. Even your energy changes.
It does.
Because it was like you know how they do those social experiments? And they'll send somebody out. So they sent this young lady out. She was dressed up really pretty and cute. And she had on like this dress and had her, and the women, it was the insecurities that showed, like women were like mocking her or being insecure. And it's like, y'all know y'all can put it on too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
She took the time to care about herself. If you don't feel good about yourself, ask people, hey, how did you put that together? Because we know everybody is not fashionable. Yeah. I remember Oprah doing shows like that to show people everybody can't wear the same thing, but you got to find the things that work for you. Absolutely. I think there would be less plastic surgery happening if people knew how to really dress it up. That's you never needed plastic surgery. You need to know what works for you. Absolutely. And what doesn't. Yeah. You can't look into the next person and try to wear what they're wearing. My shape is different from another girl. We could be the same height, same weight. We won't look good in the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Coming down the hair, nails, all of that stuff. A lot of people are not unique anymore. Yeah. People now are clones of each other.
I've noticed that.
They are clones. It's like even when you go online, every girl talks the same, walks the same. Guys all do the same speech, the same. It's like no individuality. Different. Yeah, be an individual. The power that you have is being you. If you busy being me, who's gonna be you? That's true. You know, that's the whole point of how your brain works, how you put things together. That is so true. What's your advice when you do come across people who don't know what to do and they come to you for like fashion tips and things like that?
My first thing is when I run across anybody that is just lost in the woods, like, what do I do? How can I, man, I can't put it on like you. I start off with their favorite color. Okay. What is your favorite color? What does that make you feel when you wear it? And with certain people, man, I ain't doing all that. You get kind of crazy. It changes because I ain't going. But I'll say that, what is the color that you always find yourself wearing? Okay. And the thing of it is that you'll be surprised how many people aren't even asked that question. So a lot of times, black men will be like, black men, I like black. I'm like, okay, all right. Tell me another color that you always, and then I come to find out, I scoped the social media pages a little bit. One client I had, he loved red. And then he had to wear a black tie event. He needed something that was going to be pretty much a tux. Everything needed to be just pretty much just the same run-of-the-mill tux. But I said, let's do it different. I took some of his favorite colors. We found the perfect fabric that was a silk brocade, and we found like a red dragon. We implemented it into it. This is kind of similar to it. Okay. To the fabric that he chose. Okay. But it was a little bit softer in print. Okay. I tell you, by the time that event was over that night, he got so many compliments off of that tie. It's one of his favorite ties, but it also helped my business as well too. So we just start gently with the colors, your favorite colors that you may like. And also too, I'll ask them on social media, who was someone that you kind of follow and you like, I kind of want to approach their style of dress. Because just what you said, everybody is a clone, but I've learned that you can take bits and pieces from different styles and kind of just make it your own.
Yes.
And that has worked tremendously with that. It's been a big resurgence of women that are wanting to wear, and this is prior to the Met Gala. The theme for this year was super fine tailoring.
Yes.
And it was an ode to Andre Leon Talley.
Yes.
And to the Black Dandies.
Yes.
If I tell you the women executed that so perfectly.
They did. They killed it.
And, you know, we talk about women in dresses. I like to see women in a full out business suit. And the fact that they
tailor-made suits?
Tailor-made. And I was like, wow, it just changes your perspective as to how we can approach dress.
Yeah. So, you can absolutely be feminine in a suit.
Absolutely.
You can absolutely, because femininity is not the clothes.
Yeah.
It's the aura.
It is.